Hey, welcome back for part 2 of Inside the Mind of the Emotional Abuser. Keep those comments coming. Names are still being added to the drawing for about another week. And then after that, I will continue to do drawings for various things. From time to time, it will be another 1-hour coaching session with me. So, as we delve further into the mind of the emotional abuser, what I want you to keep in mind is how important the education is for you to help you to get some emotional distance from what is happening to you. You've been told for a long time that what this other person does is all about you. It's all your fault. You're not appreciative, demeaning comments, lots of gaslighting, making you feel as though what happened didn't actually happen, or maybe saying things like, wow, I'm really concerned about you. I don't know what's going on with you. You're not remembering. You seem confused. So things get twisted. Blame is shifted. And what's important here is that as we begin to know more about this, then we can say to ourselves, I know what that is, and begin the process of pulling away from this person who is hurting you so much and who is very dangerous. Begin, if you can, in your mind to start thinking of this person that you may still be in a relationship with as the abuser that they are. It's really hard because you've been pulled into this cycle where the very person who is causing distress and harm and sadness and anxiety in your life is also the one that you go to for comfort and support, and so thus the cycle continues. So the education part is very important. The healing journey, how to get started on it, how to continue on that healing journey, equally as important. So there's lots of videos here on various topics. I'm glad that you're here, and enter your name below and I will put your name in the drawing. So go out, do something nice for yourself today, make it a great day, and enjoy part 2 of Inside the Mind of the Emotional Abuser. Because he's the schmoozer. And if you think back to the beginning of your relationship, likely this guy courted you like no other. That courting was more about him than you. If you were the prey, he was going to catch you and keep you. And once he's got you, the environment in the home changes really fast. A lot of women report that even though living with a guy for a long time, seemingly pretty healthy relationship, the day they got married, it all changed. Well, the day that they got married, she became a part of him. He no longer had any reason to try to schmooze her. He had her, okay? So oftentimes you see these types of guys just sort of dismissing the woman that they worked so hard to win over in the beginning, and suddenly the attention, the affection, the admiration that he receives from her isn't enough. No matter, ladies, no matter how much you give, how much you love him, how much you sacrifice, friends, family, career, time, energy, no matter how much, it will never be enough. This guy has an insatiable need for admiration, affection, attention, and he goes through life doing whatever he can to get that. Now, a lot of times women will say, well, why would he want to keep me around? You are his stability. You are his strength. He was attracted to you because you are kind and loving and caring. And you fed that part of him that is so empty, feeding it in hopes that whatever hurts were there, that you could heal, that you could have him know that when you married him for life. You were committed to him. But guess what? It's not about you. And it's not how much you try, and it's not how even well you do at that. It's about an insatiable, pathological need that this type of guy has. So if you get inside his head, inside his heart, it's not a happy place. And he convinces the world that it is. And he convinces the world that he's so successful and so amazing. And I've heard this type of guy before talk about how invincible he is, and believe it. So whether in any given interaction he was aware how much he was hurting you, if he was aware at all, it was on the head level, not the heart level. This type of guy is all about himself and has an inability to put himself in someone else's shoes. And I'm not talking intellectually put himself in somebody's shoes. I'm talking emotionally, allowing himself to really feel what the other person feels. He can't do this. So the closest he's going to come to actually feeling something is when there's a threat that he's going to lose you. Oftentimes you'll see these guys just go to pieces, crying, shaking, begging, pleading, I'll do anything to keep you. And then give it a week and he's right back to his old ways. This is not always the case. There are a group of guys with this personality dynamic who just leave women, just boom, no warning, never look back. So whether you are victimized in that way or you are victimized by a guy who is schmoozing you over and over and over and drawing you back into this very toxic relationship that quite frankly will be your undoing, either way, this guy has no ability to empathize with how it is for you. And when you try to explain to him how much you're hurting, you probably heard him say, you know, I don't need to listen to this. Why are you attacking me like this? As though sharing your feelings, I feel sad, is an attack on another person. Everything is perceived that way by him. So don't spend too much time wondering, you know, what's going on inside him. The fact of the matter is that the dynamic of this relationship has hurt you and is continuing to hurt you. And even if you have left it, is likely hurting you for a time while you heal from it. So have compassion for yourself. Have compassion for the other people in your life who love you and probably miss you very much because this man has taken more of you, your time, your emotions, every aspect of you than he was ever entitled to take.